day, that's us, boo. Came through with that new thing, see, I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now, I'm just too on. Maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in this bitch. Overseas, getting bins.
This ought to be fun.
Guys, I'm really conflicted. I'm really conflicted right now. I'm not going to lie to you. What's up, everybody? It's the bros. Y'all know who it is. Hit that like, subscribe button. Hit the comments, too, if you want. But I'm not going to lie. I don't even know where to go with this one because this man, Kyrie,
well, you know, we can start off, man. We can start off by saying the earth is not flat. We can start off by doing that, you know. But, you know, this is a different story for a different day.
I didn't know you were.
I'm just saying.
I'm just.
I didn't know you were. I thought you were a welder.
I am a welder.
So you focus on your welding and you focus on everything else. Let's get it.
Well, maybe I would like to focus on science too, JT.
All right. Let me know when you go to outer space and find out the Earth ain't flat.
Anywho, this man, it's like he wants to stay out of headlines, but finds his way in them. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, I know maybe it's just because he's Kyrie and the name itself, like, just embraces greatness. So wherever he goes, the media is going to go. But it's like he intentionally tries to stay out of it, but literally finds his way back in it. And as of now, I think I just got the alert this morning, 95% of the league is fully vaccinated as far as players go. Kyrie's not one of them. So and we already know how New York and San Francisco is cracking down on, bro, if you're not vaccinated, you're not playing. At least at the home game. And let's be real, it's 41 home games. But you're saying, honestly, the truth is, I don't think Kyrie cares. I don't know if Kyrie cares. JT would, you probably have more to say. I don't know if Kyrie cares. Kyrie knows he's great, but like, he doesn't care. Like, he's like, bro, I'm good with or without this.
I'm gonna say this. I really support a lot of things Kyrie do because he doesn't get talked about what he do off the court, away from the media. Dude does a lot of great things away from basketball, which everybody respects. But the sports world, the reason everyone knows him
is because of his sports.
Because of the sports.
Yeah.
So hear me out on this. Me and Jordan talked about this the other day. A lot of the stuff with Kyrie, you know, like a mental, I'm gonna try and keep it fast. Everything kind of went weird on him before he passed. Everything about his knowledge, everything about his head, he hasn't really been the same since Kobe passed. And I was like his mentor, his big brother, and everything. So we know it hit him hard. So he kind of, I think when that happened, it's like a spirit kind of went away, and he doesn't feel the same about basketball anymore. I mean, he's still good at the sport, and he's still good at what he do. But ever since, I'm gonna say Kobe passed, R.P. Kobe, 2020, January 2020, I would say Kyrie's like mine has been different from a fan's perspective. And he's on, and I'm with the Nets right now. I got them winning. That's just me. His antics and everything's been different. He hasn't been looking the same. Changed the religion too, but yeah, there's just a lot going on.
The crazy thing about it is, and I'm gonna pass it to Jordan. Like, his game it's not gonna fall off.
He was in 50-40 last season.
He can walk out there probably half sober and drop a 30-piece. Like, and I don't even think he drinks. So like, his game isn't the issue. It's his passion for the game.
But hear me out.
That's what's lacking.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but hear me out. I read on this. So even when he get vaccinated, with the he's gonna miss at least 55 games. Because it's gonna be LA too, not just San Francisco. It's gonna be all the California teams. So that's at least 55, 60 games. On top of that, Knicks too. So he can't even play. That's another 4 games right there. That's almost 55 games of the season. Kyrie's great, but he's also hurting his value as well. Like, teams ain't going, even if the potential trade talks do come up. He has no value now because people ain't gonna know what they gotta get with him.
Bro, he even said, well, this is a report I've heard. He's like, he's not even, if y'all trade me, I'm done. I'm just gonna
He put them in a tough spot. You can't trade him. If that's how they'll be, because no one's gonna want him or risk it.
No, he doesn't. Jordan, what do you think, bro? What's your feelings on this situation? I'm conflicted.
I'm not gonna conflict it, but like I've been telling y'all to, like, clearly with Kyrie is deeper than basketball. Like, it's no secret. It's very deeper than basketball. But I feel like this is coming from, as again, what JT just said, me being a welder. You got to realize, bro, you're going to different cities, different states. You're traveling. That's your job, right? You don't want to put your whole family in harm's way. That's why I got an issue with Andrew Wiggins or what he did. So it's like, I don't wish that upon Kyrie, that he do miss the amount of games that Andrew's going to miss because Andrew feels like the way he feels. And I'm not saying he should get the vaccine. I'm not saying he shouldn't. He's a grown man. At the end of the day, he makes his decision. But you got to be critical on how you think about that. Now, on the flip side of basketball-wise, bro, this has been the same thing I've been telling y'all for years now. His ego is the downfall. Period. Point blank. There was downfall in Cleveland. There was downfall in Boston. Now it's going to become turmoil in Brooklyn.
So Nick, bro, like, what do you think about this whole like Kyrie situation, dog? Like, obviously, I know you've been watching the news. I know you've been keeping up with it. It's hard not to know what's been happening around this man's name, bro. We talked about it before and how he tries to stay out of headlines. Like, it's not like he wants to be in the news. Like, we know that he's a good guy off the court. We know his heart's in the right place. He does things for countries, communities, people, families. We get that. But then there's also the side that essentially made you who you are, and that's how elite you are on the court. What are your thoughts about everything that's going on, bro?
Well, to be honest, man, Kyrie really has a mind of his own. Kyrie is going to do what Kyrie wants to do at the end of the day. And if that upsets people, really, that's not going to affect him. And with that being said, we all know Kyrie has built up quite the ego over the years of wanting to be the man of his team, right? He wanted to be the man in Cleveland. He couldn't do that because of LeBron. He wanted to go to Boston. That didn't shake out. Now he wants to get his chance in Brooklyn. And to be quite honest, he won't be the man in Brooklyn because there's a 7-foot demigod in Brooklyn. And his name is Kevin Durant. So that being said, Kyrie is going to have to mentally fixate something to stabilize him in a sense that, like, be like, hey, all right, I may not be the man of the team, but he's got to really look at the big picture here. Obviously, his legacy is going to go down in history as one of the greatest ball handling point guards of all time. But then obviously it comes now with stats. What about the rings? What about the accolades? What about everything else? And, you know, Harden's been stacking up accolades. Kevin Durant's chasing more rings. So with that being said, there's a lot going on with this man, obviously mentally, off the court, on the court. And to be honest, I really feel like he should just focus on playing ball. That's what he's best at. Try not to let the outside noise get to him and really just focus on getting ready for this upcoming season and trying to stay healthy.
Nick, hold on. I'm going to come back to your ending point, but I'm going to go back to your first point about he's not the man of the team. Clearly he's not. But I think the difference is, I don't think I said this with y'all, but I feel like I said this to somebody else. I felt like he wanted to get away from LeBron because he felt like he was LeBron's little brother. And he's like, bro, I'm a grown man. I can carry a team myself. So he had to get up out of under LeBron's wing. Because everybody knows if LeBron takes over a team, it's LeBron's team. So he got up out of there, did his thing with Boston. Now he's with Brooklyn. But I feel like the relationship he has with Kevin Durant is different. And that's why he's cool with like, yo, I want to play with that dude, but I will retire before I play anywhere else. But back to your ending point, that's not fair. Let's like cut the BS. He's a good man. Like he's a good guy.
I'm not denying that at all.
to say what he's best at is basketball is a discredit to him as a man. He's a phenomenal athlete, but everybody knows at any given time basketball can be taken away from him. But the argument could be it's almost like he's taken away from himself because like he doesn't care. Like he's like in reality, every athlete could have the mindset of I'm good with or without this, but like Kyrie is like putting it to test. Like he's like, yo, I'm straight, I'm good. Even at like what could be the peak of his career, even though he's like hit some high points, he's like, bro, I could walk away from this game right now and I'll be straight.
That's what I was saying. Like I think the passing of the late great Kobe kind of woke him up a little. I mean, he had y'all said an ego, but I think the passing of Kobe woke him up. Like, yeah, this can be taken away for any time. Let me start contributing more off the court things, putting more effort into the community.
No, I'm not discrediting that at all. I mean, he's done wondrous things off the court. He has done numerous charities, everything along the lines of that.
Go ahead, Jordan.
He's not discrediting what Kyrie
I'm not discrediting what he's doing off the court. I'm just saying though, like if he wants to mentally get prepared
hold on, Nick.
for this upcoming season.
Hold on, Nick. Hold on.
Go ahead, Jordan.
The question is what impact does he have on his trade value? We're not talking about what he does outside of the court. We're talking about what goes on the NBA. His ego is the best of Kyrie. I told JT that. JT, what did I tell you? If anybody should be traded on that team, it would be Kyrie. They don't need Kyrie. His ego's been the best of them ever since LeBron came to Cleveland. Because even prior of LeBron coming to Cleveland, he felt like he was that man because he had the keys to the city. When LeBron came, everything changed. He tried to go to Boston and realized they didn't really need him either. They ran just out of him. Then he came next year. They got bounced. What, in the first round? To the Bucks. So it's like it's his ego, like on the court. It's not what he does outside of the court. That doesn't impact what his trade value is. His trade value is literally what he does on the court. And
as a person definitely impacts his trade value. Bro.
His trade value has been reduced. Literally.
But it's not dealing with charity. It's not dealing with no charities. It's not dealing with what he does for the community. It's dealing with how he goes with his teammates.
But to stay on topic, his trade value went down the minute, even if it wasn't from his sources or his agent or anything. His trade value went down once they put in the air. The media put in the air. Oh, he's gonna retire if you trade him. What team's gonna take a risk on that?
Keith Sweat.
And he went to Brooklyn, so that's where he wanted to go. He wanted to go with KD. And you know, KD ain't gonna sign off on him leaving unless it's just like, hey, I'm trying to win. If he's not gonna be here for 50 games because of the vaccine and all the location that says you needed to play, and KD and Harden got to say so now too. Otherwise, he gone too. Like Kyrie put Nets in a tough spot where he can't get traded, but also you know Kyrie basketball second tier in his life right now. So he puts
all his teammates in a tough spot. Like look, and it's crazy as it sounds. But if you look at the track record, even when he was in Cleveland, he had their back against the wall. When he went to Boston, they had that whole little confrontation. He had their back against the wall. Beginning of last season, he had their back against the wall. Nobody's discrediting Kyrie of what he can do on the court. Everybody knows he's arguably the best point guard in the league. But like I said, that ego wears off on your teammates. And once that wears off on your teammates, it's going to take. Yeah, everybody can say it doesn't affect him. It clearly does. And by him doing this vaccination thing, it's 10 times out of 10 it's going to affect him, whether it's the style of play from the Brooklyn Nets or it's going to be from his teammates going to look at him sideways and don't know if they're willing to rock with him or not.
It's making him look a little bit self-centered. That is, the show is about him instead of about the whole bigger picture of getting his team and getting ready to ball with his team this year because they have high expectations to get to the NBA Finals this year and to win the NBA Finals this year. So it's a little self-centered in the sense that he think, like what Jordan was saying, the ego is kind of coming into play with the fact that, all right, this is about me. I'm trying to be the man. I'm the man right now. But in reality, he does do great things off the court. We're not disputing that. dude's working wonders. Absolutely phenomenal. That's that. But on the court, you know, his reputation has kind of been in the balance as of lately, just because of all the, obviously, well, I wouldn't even say accusations, but all of the things that have been happening as far as like now with the vaccine thing. So my thing is, the reason why I said just if he can just focus on playing ball, I think that'll kind of settle down the bad rumors like around him. Focuses on playing ball, he balls out, he does what he needs to do this year. You know what I mean? Obviously, this will pass.
Can I ask
a rhetorical question? And I'm gonna close the show on this. Jordan said it just a minute ago, and if y'all watch these videos, he said it before. Do they need him? Do they need Kyrie? They got Harden. They got KD. We know their record without Kyrie because he missed a buttload of games. They have a solid supporting cast. Do they need Kyrie? We don't have to answer it. I feel like the people can answer it themselves. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. Hit that like, subscribe button. Make sure to watch our other videos. I promise y'all won't regret it, man. See y'all in other videos. I hope y'all are excited for this upcoming week. Peace out, y'all.
We really hope y'all enjoyed the video today. For more content and notifications, please make sure and hit that subscribe button. See y'all later, man.